Hello there, this is me, the dumbass who decided that playing a Mario Kart NUZLOCKE for a week straight was a good way to spend my time and not a complete waste. How did this turn into me becoming a top 500 player in Europe? I'm not going to tell you just yet. First off, I think you should know about how this NUZLOCKE works because it's different than your typical Mario Kart 8 Deluxe NUZLOCKE, where the NUZLOCKE is for the placements you get in a race. So if you get first place, you're not allowed to get first place again. And I thought that this challenge was not a true NUZLOCKE, because what is a true NUZLOCKE really, other than having your favorite little guys brutally die because of your actions? And where is this more prevalent than in Mario Kart, where you will lose constantly for your own fault or just out of pure unlucky coincidences. Now, there is no way to get random characters and combinations in-game organically, because Nintendo sucks, let's be honest. I mean, at least they did it with tracks and items, that was fun. But not for characters? Not for the carts? What? Well, I don't understand why they just couldn't add a randomized button. They have it in Smash Brothers. So, what was my solution to this? A browser application. It's that simple. Just, I'll put it in the description if you want to use it for either this challenge or just playing in general, because it's a lot of fun. So, how do you win a Mario Kart 8 NUZLOCKE? Quite simple. You get 10 points. Points are given to you when you get first place. Simple as that. So yeah, get 10 times first place while having lives, obviously. And you're done. I thought it was easy. It was not. Now, I did add a mercy rule to this challenge because, quite frankly, getting first place 10 times in a row is just sucky. Where's the fun in that? Where's the real, like, ooh, what makes that into a NUZLOCKE? Which is why I decided that places 1 through 5 are safe. For your character, you get to keep living. Woohoo! Isn't that crazy? Now, we have 4th and 5th place. Those are just safe. I mean, quite simply, what would you do with 4th and 5th place to make this challenge more interesting? Now we have 3rd place. 3rd place is interesting because at first I decided it shouldn't do anything. Why would 3rd place do anything? But the more I played, the more I felt weird that 3rd place didn't do anything. So I decided to have the rule that you could re-randomize a part of your combination, except for your character, because the characters are the most important thing of your combination. So I decided you can re-randomize any part of your part, bike, quad, whatever the fuck you're riding, and hopefully get something better. So that's what 3rd place does. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I get new guys? Because up to now, no mention of that, and this is a NUZLOCKE. You need more than one character, most likely. And the answer is, you get 2nd place or 1st place. New character for each of those. Let's say you get 2nd 4 times in a row. Congrats, you have 5 characters now. But still 0 points. If you get a 1st place in between that, you have 1 point. Easy as that. Now you're probably wondering one of 2 things. Either you're wondering, did this dumbass complete the challenge? Or you're wondering, okay, who gives a fuck? How does this challenge turn you into a top 500 player? The second question I will answer later into the video, but the first one I'll answer right now. I did not complete this challenge at fucking all. I got at most 3 points, which I thought it's kind of impressive. I don't know how many runs I did. I stopped counting the ones where I didn't make it past the first race. Now, before I tell you guys how this turned me into a top 500 player, first, a quick word from my sponsor. Absolutely no one. This is my first fucking video. What do you expect? There's no fucking sponsor. I would just like you to like and subscribe so that I can do this shit instead of getting an actual job sometime. Yes. Thank you. Also, this way I can keep doing dumbass challenges like this and not call it a waste of my life. Now, for everyone who skipped that entire thing because I said I had a sponsor, first of all. And now comes the part where I explain how this turned me into a top 500 player. Quite simply, I cheated. Okay, not in the terms of the challenge, but in terms of getting up the rankings. Why? Because I ran into this French dude called Akigo. I have no idea if he's officially a top 500 player, but he had maxed out his VP, I think it's called in this game. I don't know. Really confusing. Or VR. I think it's VR. Yeah, it's VR. He had maxed out his VR, meaning 99,999. Of the people in Europe who have that high VR, there's 570 something, I think. So I'm just rounding down because top 500 sounds cooler than top 576, let's say. So how does this running into this guy turn me into a top 500 player? Quite simply, I beat him in a race. Now, did this take up a long time? Yes, it took about 2 hours of racing him constantly while still doing the challenge, because I ain't no bitch like that. And yeah, I spent around 2 hours going from run 27 to run 40 something, I guess. I don't know. This is also where I stopped counting the runs where I failed in the first one. Now, this went on until I got the combination of Baby Peach, Varmint, Sponge, and the Mario Kart TV glider. None of those are necessarily part of the meta, but they're like a spot below the meta except for the glider and Baby Peach. Baby Peach has a pretty good handling, but small character is not the meta right now. It's medium, so Yoshi, Birdo, Mario, Luigi, whatever. This singular combination I played with for almost an hour. Never not winning, never getting even second with it. But I kept surviving in 4th and 5th place for almost an hour, which quite honestly might be more impressive than actually doing good with it throughout the entirety. This is when I ran into Riverside Park, which is a bagging track, and in case you don't know what bagging is, it's a Mario Kart exclusive strategy where you wait at the beginning of the race, or maybe even drive backwards, to get good items, because items are based on how far away you are from first place in this game, and not what placement you are necessarily. The items you really want to get out of bagging are most likely the bullet, the shock, and stars. Why? Because the bullet and stars give you immunity to the shock, and the shock is the shock. It's just the best item in the game. Now, I did something risky during this race, where I left last place with mushrooms in hand, which ended up being the right decision, because, well, I won the race. By the way, if you want to watch the top player in this lobby, it's the Baby Daisy. It should be pretty simple to find on the map. Now, what happened there is really what set this race apart from every other one, is that I dodged the shock so closely with the bullet that it took me basically straight into first and won me the race. After this race, I obviously stopped playing. Why? Because I had a video topic. Thank you, Akigo. That was very helpful. I was so sick of playing Mario Kart at this point. Now, I would like to end this video by saying I challenge Shortcut and EWD98 to the Nuzlocke. And yeah, have a nice rest of your day. Goodbye.